Hello students, today we are going to cover an important chapter of class 6 science, which is chapter 7, respiration in organisms. Now before starting the chapter, let me introduce myself a little bit. So I am Raghav Daksh, currently pursuing history honors from University of Delhi College of Vocational Studies. So the first topic is introduction to respiration. So respiration is a vital process by which living organisms obtain energy from food. So basically respiration is a process by which food breaks down into energy and it is transferred into the body of living organisms such as humans, animals and plants. Breathing is only one part of respiration. The complete process also includes how food breaks down in cells to release energy for all activities like moving, growing, and thinking. So, why do we need energy? Why do living organisms like animals, humans, and plants need energy? To perform day to day tasks, humans like us and animals also perform day to day tasks like moving, growing and thinking and swimming, cycling, etc., different type of activities and even breathing. To do that, we need energy, and we get energy from food, and the process by which food turns into energy is called respiration. And breathing is only the one part. The respiration is actually the complete process, which also includes breaking down of food and taking energy from it. Now, why do we respire? Every living organism is made up of microscopic units called cells. Cells need energy to perform their functions such as nutrition, transport, excretion, and reproduction. So, why do we respire? We respire, our body perform respiration because as a living organism, uh, there are smaller units inside us called cells, and these cells need energy to perform their functions, such as taking nutrition to our body and transporting energy to our body, and excretion, removing waste from our body, and of course the reproduction. The food we eat contains stored chemical energy. Respiration releases this energy so cells can do their work. So, why do we eat food? We eat food to get the energy to perform the tasks. So, our food that we eat contains stored chemical energy, and respiration releases this energy so cells can do their work, like transporting it to every body part. For example, even when you sleep, your body uses energy from respiration. So, our body is continuously working, our body is functioning. It is a it is like a machine which works 24/7 so that we can live. The moment it will stop, we will be dead. So that's why to live life, to perform tasks, we need the process of respiration. Now, there are different type of respiration. First one is aerobic respiration. Now, in this respiration, it takes place in the presence of oxygen. So, oxygen is required to perform aerobic respiration. And the end product we get um, by performing the aerobic respiration is carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Now, energy is produced inside our body. The example of organisms or cells that perform aerobic respiration are plants, animals, and human cells. When we take oxygen, it gets mixed with the glucose that is produced from the food we eat, and they both combine together to form the energy, which is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, that is required for our body to perform day-to-day tasks, to get the energy from it. Now, the second one is anaerobic respiration. So, it takes place in the absence of oxygen. So, it doesn't require oxygen to perform, anaerobic respiration. The end product we get is alcohol, carbon dioxide in when it performs in during the fermentation, lactic acid, and energy in muscles in humans. So, see, anaerobic respiration takes place when there is the absence of oxygen, when our body require oxygen, but it doesn't get the enough oxygen that it can perform aerobic respiration. So, it performs anaerobic respiration, and it takes place generally when we do heavy lifting or intense workout, because when we are running and we don't get the enough oxygen, so our body performs anaerobic respiration and it produces lactic acid, like here it is, and that's why we see the muscle cramps that happens in our body. And the anaerobic respiration also takes place during fermentation, when we ferment anything like yeast, and in muscle cells during hard exercise, In humans, it takes place. In aerobic respiration, glucose is broken down with oxygen, and in anaerobic respiration, it happens without oxygen. Cellular respiration. Now, cellular respiration is the process in which glucose, which is obtained from food, breaks down in cells to release energy. It can take place with oxygen, that is aerobic, as we have seen earlier, and it is performed when the glucose and oxygen mix together to produce carbon dioxide, water, and energy in our body. And without oxygen, too, as we have seen earlier, anaerobic respiration takes place in yeast when glucose turns into alcohol, carbon dioxide, and energy, and in muscles during intense activity like running, lifting, etc. Glucose turns into lactic acid and energy. Now, this energy is then used for life processes to perform tasks. Examples of anaerobic respiration. Now, yeast is a single celled fungus that respires anaerobically without oxygen and produce alcohol that is used for making wine and beer. Now, muscle cells in human can also switch to anaerobic respiration during quick heavy exercise like sprinting or weightlifting. Why? Because aerobic respiration requires oxygen, enough amount of oxygen. But when we don't get the enough amount of oxygen during running or sprinting or doing intense workout, then our body performs anaerobic respiration, that is in the absence of oxygen. So muscle cells in human can also switch to anaerobic respiration during quick heavy exercise. This happens because your muscles may need more energy than your body can supply with just oxygen. So this takes place when our muscles require, our body requires more energy, but our body isn't able to perform the aerobic respiration because of the absence of oxygen. So it performs anaerobic respiration to produce energy because our body requires at that point of time. And also the lactic acid is also there, so it gives us cramps. Muscle cramps and lactic acid. See, this is what I was talking about. After strenuous exercise, like heavy exercise, muscles may feel sore or cramped. This is due to the accumulation of lactic acid produced during anaerobic respiration in muscles. So the lactic acid gets collected into the muscles, and the anaerobic respiration takes place in muscle cells. Hot water baths or massages increase blood flow, bringing extra oxygen to the muscles and helping break down lactic acid. So to ease the pain and to make your muscles feel good, you can take hot water baths or massages after the workout, after the intense workout. That's why it feels good when you take hot water bath or massage after a intense workout, because the lactic acid is there, it is accumulated in the muscles. To help it break down, you need to take hot water bath or massage. For example, massaging a runner's sore legs helps them recover faster because the lactic acid is there, and when we massage, we are easing the pain. That's why. Respiration in humans. So, how respiration works in human beings? First is breathing. When we inhale air into our lungs, the oxygen enters and the carbon dioxide exits. It is a basic thing. Secondly, oxygen transport. Oxygen from lungs carried to the body cells by blood. Cellular respiration then takes place. In cells, glucose from food and oxygen breaks down to release energy. So, what's happening is that first we are taking oxygen into our body, and the alveoli absorbs it, and then it takes it to the glucose, and it mixed with glucose produces the energy. So in cells, glucose from food and the oxygen breaks down to release energy. If enough oxygen is there, then the aerobic pathway, and if oxygen is insufficient, like during hard exercise, anaerobic pathway with lactic acid formation takes place. So if oxygen is there, the aerobic respiration takes place, and if oxygen is not there, then or insufficient it is, then the anaerobic respiration takes place where lactic acid gets collected into the muscles. Now, energy release. Energy is used for all the activities when we perform respiration, like walking, jumping, and different activities. So we require respiration to produce energy to perform our tasks. Now at last, carbon dioxide removal takes place. Waste carbon dioxide carried back to the lungs and exhaled. Now this is the whole process of respiration in humans. Yeah, so this was it for this part. We will talk about more things in the next part, in the part two, that is breathing and mechanism of breathing and practical activities to observe breathing, breathing and sneezing, respiratory system, etc. In the next part, we'll talk about it. So till then, keep revising, and if you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel for more such videos. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.